All right, so we've all made design mistakes, right? But when you talk about paint and design for a living, those mistakes feel kind of bad. Like, way worse, I think. Today, I wanted to expose myself, figuratively speaking, and share some of my biggest personal design mistakes I've ever made, or at least in this current house, so you don't have to make them too. From painting an entire basement black, or at least most of it, to forgetting to prime, like a total amateur. Yeah, this one's gonna be fun. If you need a little more color inspiration, check out our palette pyramid service where we create custom color palettes for you based on your needs, your wants. Whether you need a 3-color palette, 6, or even more, we can accommodate you. And as part of the service, I even send you a personalized video explaining how the colors all work together. People love them. We're getting more and more demand. So while my workload is still manageable, check the link down below and secure your palette pyramid today. Okay, so let's start where I'm sitting right now. My beautiful basement with my lovely office/studio. The first mistake was painting the basement black. It seemed cool until it wasn't. I had this vision. A cozy, moody home theater with deep black walls and ceilings, making that projector screen I installed pop like you're in a real cinema. Sounds amazing, right? Except life happened, and the space ended up being more of a playroom for my baby, my little toddler. And let me tell you, black walls and baby toys, not really the vibe. So that's the first thing. Secondly, to make things worse, I had these really cool acoustic panels installed. Don't know if you can see them in the dark, but I use them for sound absorption and just acoustics, essentially for these videos so that sound isn't bouncing all over the place, which seemed like a good idea at the time. Still kind of like them, but now if I want to repaint those walls, I'm going to have to repaint around every single one. That might not sound like a big deal, but it is annoying. It's way more brushwork than there needs to be. And the way that I install those, I don't want to take them off because there's a lot of screws. There would be a lot of repairing I would need to do. So I paint enough outside of my own home. And because the ceiling is also black, which I do still like, finding a seamless transition without making the space feel like a dark cave, it's just not happening. That was my thought going into it, where it would be nice and continuous, but it didn't end up looking the way that I wanted. Lesson learned. Don't commit to a high maintenance paint color when your needs might change. And family, they change a lot of things. Okay, number 2 is my beautiful metallic Moroccan Mosaic backsplash. Fun at first, kind of a nightmare later. Listen, I loved this backsplash, and I know a lot of you guys too. If you're a subscriber, you've seen this backsplash before. The small tiles, the intricate pattern. It was so fun in the moment. But here's the thing. Backsplashes should complement your kitchen, not be the main event necessarily, unless if you have something extremely minimalist and the backsplash is the only thing that really pops. But the problem is, once we decided to replace the countertops, which was always going to be part of the plan, we realized that the mosaic tile was way too busy and it was going to clash with the new look, which was a little more clean and understated. And here's the thing, this is kind of twisted. To make things worse, we had the same guy who installed it come back to remove it, which honestly felt a little like a breakup where you get back together just to end it properly. Moral of the story, pick your countertops first, then find a backsplash that enhances them, not steals the spotlight. Because if I loved that backsplash so much, it might have actually limited what I would do for the countertop. But the more expensive parts of the renovations should be the focus first, and then you kind of build around that. Honestly, we should have just waited. We would have saved like $2,000. So, number 3, assuming all golds are the same. Spoiler alert, they're not. I found this amazing gold and black light fixture that was perfect for our living room. It was amazing. Actually, my wife found it. I'm not even going to take credit. But we were so excited to put it up until we turned it on and saw that it was actually kind of clashing with all the existing gold fixtures in the hallway. And I'm talking like 3 of them going down the hall and then one upstairs. And it turns out that, yeah, gold comes in a million different shades, kind of like paint colors. Warm gold, antique gold, champagne gold, and then of course brass and bronze. The list goes on. So now I had a decision to make. Return my perfect new light fixture that I'm completely obsessed with, or replace all the other lights. And honestly, neither of those things sounded very fun. So the solution was to spray paint the hallway fixtures black. Nice matte black finish. Because if there's one color that's easier to match than gold, it's black. So the takeaway here, if you're mixing metals, make sure they actually complement each other or have a solid backup plan. Or just keep it all consistent. Number 4, forgot to prime. A rookie move that I made anyway. Wow. Look, I know better. I literally do this for a living. This is how I make my bread. Painting and giving paint color advice. But when we moved into our new house, my wife took one look at the bathroom vanities and said, yeah, I hate that. And I hated it too. I'm not even putting it all on her, but when your wife tells you this needs to change, you act fast. And I did. So instead of properly prepping them, I went full speed, full steam ahead with Benjamin Moore Advance after a very quick sanding. No deep clean, no TSP, no proper primer, just wishful thinking. And now the paint color looks amazing, but if you so much as look at it the wrong way, it kind of chips. So every time I see a tiny flake revealing the dark wood underneath, I kind of die a little inside. Honestly. The moral of the story, prep your surfaces, use primer, don't be like me. Actually, be like me when I'm painting someone else's place, because then I do follow all those steps. But apparently it's not good enough for my own space. Typical. Number 5, settling for a bad layout until my wife saved the day. Yeah, another wife reference, because honestly, she did something so amazing. For years, like literally the last 3 years we've been in this house, we just accepted the kind of awkward layout of our living room. The fireplace was in a decent spot, but it really forced us to put the couch in the middle of the room. Like it was against the back wall, and in order to see the TV properly, the couch just needed to live in the middle, kind of splitting off everything. We tried different arrangements, different angles, even a different couch, but nothing really felt right. Then one day my wife asked,
"Can we just move the fireplace?"
My first reaction, that seems like a lot. But after some thinking and a very small amount of demo, we moved it to an adjacent wall between the windows at the back of the living room. And just like that, the whole room opened up. The lesson here, you're not stuck with the layout you're given. Sometimes a little out-of-the-box thinking can completely transform a space. And I'm so glad we did. And that's it.